In this edition of RPP News, a glint of hope for Flinders Pier, pushing ahead with Perry Regional, and there's no end to our festivals yet. Hello, I'm Katie Sharp. Welcome to the latest edition of RPP News, bringing you stories from across Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula. In the aftermath of a horror 2020 incident on the Eastern Freeway when 4 police officers were killed by a truck driver, a new road rule has been introduced to protect the lives of emergency workers standing by roadsides. If any emergency vehicle is displaying red and blue flashing lights, passing cars must slow to 40 km per hour. Somerville Highway Patrol is currently running an operation that will detect motorists that breach this rule, and the penalty for the offence is $318. Please slow down when you see flashing lights and help everyone to get home safely every day. The beleaguered Flinders Pier is one step closer to being saved after Heritage Victoria recommended that it be added to the Victorian Heritage Register. Parks Victoria wants to replace part of the 157-year-old pier, but locals are concerned this will threaten the habitat of the endangered weedy sea dragon, which feeds off of coral attached to its pylons. Heritage Victoria states that the pier is integral to understanding the cultural heritage significance of the town and must be protected during any planned works. The recommendation is open to submissions from the public until mid-May, when a decision will be made by the Heritage Council. There was robust debate at the Mornington Peninsula Council meeting this week when the issue of reclassifying the Shire was raised. The council is advocating that the area be changed from metropolitan to peri-regional, a new definition which has both metro and regional aspects. While all were in support of the move, Seawind's councillor Antonella Celli was deeply concerned about what she saw as a lack of consultation with the community on the new classification.
But this peri-regional topic has not been consulted with our community through a standalone report with background research papers whatsoever. And now it just appears on an advocacy priority list that's been worked on behind closed doors. Unlike the other priorities that are there, we have extensive consultation. We have it in the council plan. We have evidence-based feedback from our community that this is what our advocacy priorities are. There has been a fundamental step that has been missed by the executive and by this council, and I'm not pointing fingers or being harsh about this, but this is local government 101.
The council voted to carry on and adopt the peri-regional advocacy approach and to also put a copy of the research and FAQs on the council website. The issue is one of the council's top 6 advocacy policies for 2022. Councillor Steve Holland summed up the Shire's position.
And it's good that we're doing this now in the lead up to 2 elections. Federal and state elections is going to be a very busy time to make sure that the Mornington Peninsula gets its fair share, and when we compare what other regions in Victoria receive as far as funding and infrastructure commitments, I think the Mornington Peninsula is falling behind, and it's not good enough. And so it's great that the community can see that their elected representatives at council are advocating on their behalf for some of the priority projects in our region that well and truly deserve funding and commitments from both and all parties and all candidates at the upcoming elections.
A major initiative to address homelessness is providing vital assistance to rough sleepers in Frankston City. Launched only 8 months ago, Frankston Zero is a strategic collaboration of 14 agencies focused on reducing the high levels of homelessness in Frankston. Rapidly rising housing costs and inadequate supplies of affordable housing mean many households are living in what is known as housing stress, when property costs exceed 30% of household income. Since its inception, Frankston Zero has provided support to 104 people sleeping rough and successfully rehoused 10 people. It is based on international best practice models and includes holistic support including mental health, family violence and trauma support, while working with the person to find secure housing. The declared fire danger period for Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula will finish at 1 a.m. this coming Monday, the 28th of March. From that date, fire restrictions will revert to the open-air burning provisions of the local law. This means properties must be larger than 1,500 square metres to burn off. However, be mindful that our local vineyards are still picking fruit up until Easter, so delay any non-urgent burn-offs until then to avoid smoke damage to crops. A new major festival is coming to the peninsula next month. From guided tours of special peninsula places to concerts under the stars and art by torchlight, the inaugural Drift Festival is packed with art, music and celebrations. Drift aims to honour the local creative community while also bringing fresh new talent to our region. The event will run for 11 days this autumn from the 21st of April till the 1st of May. The full program is available at drift-arts-festival.com.au. And RPP was on site and dancing at last week's Point Live Festival in Portsea. Some of Australia's most iconic live performers played alongside rising new artists at the quarantine station at Point Nepean. It featured performances by the Bad Loves and Daryl Braithwaite, Russell Morris and Vanessa Amorosi. After the break, we go to Nicola with the coming week's weather report.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks. But there's another big bank snapping at their heels. It's been around for over 160 years, has 1.9 million customers nationwide who bank in branch, online or with their mobile app, and is regularly voted one of Australia's most trusted brands. Who is this bank that has everyone's attention? Welcome to Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
Established in 1988, Progress Signs has been servicing the local community for 30 years. Located on the Mornington Peninsula, they are the #1 destination for all your signage needs, specialising in a variety of signage from vehicles to shop fronts, occasional and corporate events, short-term, long-term and everything in between. If it's signs you need, be it large or small, Progress Signs is the place to call. Available 24/7 at progress-signs.com.au or call the team on 5975 9188. Thinking signs? Think Progress Signs, a station sponsor.
From Patricia at Point Nepean last week to Chelsea this week. Hello, I'm Nicola and welcome to this week's RPP Mornington Peninsula Weather Report. Well, today has been a wonderfully sunny day, although the mornings have been quite chilly with a little early cloud cover and rain. So, are we experiencing an Indian summer? Let's dive in and break it down. Today, Saturday the 26th of March, saw, as we mentioned before, was a mostly sunny day with some cloud cover. We saw a high of 23 and a low of 13. Fire danger is down to low moderate, but please continue to remain vigilant. The UV index for the rest of the week is predicted to remain high. So please take precautions. Sunday sees another partly cloudy day with early morning fog across the peninsula. We should see a high of 27 and a low of 13. Monday remains mostly sunny, bringing an expected high of 24 and a low of 16. Tuesday brings us another mostly sunny day, although it will feel a bit cooler, with a high of 22 and a low of 14. Wednesday sees the rain returning, with a 50% chance of rain across the peninsula. Expect a high of 20 and a low of 13. Well, that's all for this week. Now, you might have noticed we stopped at Wednesday. That's because as of next week, we will be splitting the weather in two. On Wednesdays, we will release a midweek weather update, and on Sundays, we will cover the other part of this week in our RPP News Bulletin. You can find our weekly news at rppv.com.au or follow the links from our Facebook posts. As always, I wish you all the very best week. Until next time, take care.
And now to Muzz with the Surf Report.
Hi guys, welcome to this week's Morning Surf Report. Again, we've had a reasonable week of waves and the weekend kind of looks okay. Nothing outstanding. We will get two off the weekend, probably Sunday and at least part of Monday. Waves are going to be solid on the beaches, but there'll probably be a few banks around holding it. But it will be in that sort of 1.5 to 2.5 metres high. It's pretty solid, so it should be okay. It's a bigger day on Sunday. But the swell's going to sort of stay around about the same size as it is now. which means there's going to be waves on the high tides in Western Port and decent sized waves in Sanders, as you've seen that. And about this time next week, Wednesday, Thursday, there's a reasonable chance we're going to get a fairly big change with a bit of a swell coming with it. So that, the way it's been, it's going to happen. But definitely pick of the day will be Sunday, Monday this week. And weather's going to be really good. It's looking like about 30 degrees on Sunday. So the end of March, that's pretty good. Water's slowly cooling down. At least there's been some waves around. So this week we should be able to go surfing a little bit. And we should get nice days. So next week, hopefully a really good week. We haven't come in April. Have fun.
And that's all from our team here at RPP News, serving the community with stories that matter to you. Keep watching and do tell your friends. Bringing the news from coast to coast across Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula, I'm Katie Sharp. See you for the next edition.